Manteca High School head football coach, Eric Reis. Hi, Eric. How you doing?
All right, good. Thank you.
Pulled you away on your 43rd birthday, huh, Coach?
I know it's hard to believe, huh?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tell us about your playing days here at Manteca High.
You know what? I was real fortunate. Growing up, I was always a big kid, so I wasn't able to play Pop Warner football. So my first opportunity to play football was Frosh football at Manteca High School, and it definitely was an exciting thing. Unfortunately, we weren't very good. My first year, we won one game.
What year was that?
That was in 1984. At that point, Manteca High had been so successful at lower level football, and we'd come along with one game. We definitely caught a lot of flack for kind of letting the program down a bit. Fortunately for us, we got a little bit better. My sophomore year, we won 4 games, and then my junior year, actually won a co-championship, and then my senior year, we actually, that same group of guys won the first outright championship in 27 years at Manteca High. So definitely proud of what we accomplished here at the high school. I was fortunate to go to Delta College, play there. From there, I was able to go to San Jose State, then went and played at Cal Poly. So I definitely got a lot of years of playing and had a lot of great coaches who made a difference in my life, and that's definitely been something that's pushed me in my career.
Who are those coaches?
You know, some of them I think back of is Jack Thompson. I think of Tony Cotta. I think of Bob Lee. Greg Leland was a huge influence on my life. Speaking of people who just meant a lot to me, I know for myself being a lineman, the coach who really showed me the most technique and how to do it is actually Dick Leland. Was actually my line coach at Delta College, and was a great man who I learned a tremendous amount of football from and a tremendous amount of life. About life also from Coach Leland, so definitely appreciative of what I've learned from him also. Jack Jordan at Delta College was a huge influence on my life.
Some of the things that stand out in your mind about coaching here at Manteca High School.
The tradition, you know, obviously when you're at a school that's been doing it since 1923, and you know, a lot of times you hear why does that tradition matter? Well, there's a standard, and what I mean by a standard is there's a level of practice is supposed to be, the level of how you handle yourself on this campus, and there's a lot of holding that standard. And one of the first things I did when I became the head coach was meet with Walker Vick, meet with Mick Founts, and meet with Bob Lee, and just talk about some of the traditions here at this school and what makes it special, and definitely was able to pick their brains a little bit and try to implement that, some of the stuff we do at Manteca High School.
Manteca High is well known for the streak. Tell me about the streak, Coach.
2005 to 2007, we won 27 straight games, and at that time, we had the longest streak in California win streak going at that point. So, you know, it went over a couple seasons, and you know, unfortunately ended at 27, but it was definitely a fun to be a part of, you know, winning that many games, and you know, it makes it special.
I hear you say 27, then I look down and see that you have over 20 coaches. How does that happen in high school today, Coach? You
know, I've been very blessed with just knowing good people in this town. I mean, Manteca at its roots still is a lot of, you know, just people who've lived here a long time, and then the transplants that come in also. So I've been fortunate having friends, and I truly believe our staff, it's a family. We treat it like a family, and I think that's something that permeates through to the coaches and to the players. It is a family atmosphere, and you know, I think the thing I'm proud of our coaching staff is not only do we have good guys, I mean, they're good coaches. We have guys that have played professional football on our staff. We have guys that played Division I football. We have all levels of that, and you know, they get it. You know, so I think that's one thing that's definitely been one of the secrets of our success is having top-notch coaching. When you're a part of the Manteca High program, you are a part of something special. You know, again, it goes back to 1923, and you know, you're a part of that. And it's almost like a fraternity, almost like one of those things where you're like, once you're a part of it, you're a part of it for life.
Is there something else that makes it stand out from the rest, or is that it?
You know, I think if you talk to the old timers, it's called bleeding green, where you know, your blood is green. You know, this is something special to you being part of this. And you know, I know the guys that have been a part of this know what that means. That means that this is, you know, very important to you. And I'm the first player at Manteca High to ever come back and coach here, and you know, that's a big burden I carry because I don't want to let anyone down. Now, this is a big deal, and I don't want to be the one that, you know, slip. So the Walker Vick Fieldhouse opened up 5 years ago, and we're very fortunate to have this building. This is our offensive coordinator, Neil McDonald's classroom.
Wow.
We're very fortunate to have smart board technology.
What is smartboard technology, Coach?
You know what smartboard is actually it's a touch screen. That's actually a big screen. So for video, that type of thing, you can actually do John Madden illustrating on the board while you're going on also. So this ties right into our football field house for the varsity and JV. So for meetings, for films, for all that kind of stuff, kids have the ability to. This is the varsity locker room.
So from the classroom right into the varsity locker room here.
And this is actually where our varsity football team's locker room is. Also our varsity baseball team is housed in here also. So real fortunate, each kid gets his own. Safety's obviously a big concern, so we have whirlpool ice baths for the kids, have practices to help cool them on, refresh their legs, those kind of things. So works out pretty nice.
Thanks, Coach.
That's not it. We got one more spot to go.
Where are you taking me, Coach?
Welcome to the Manteca Ironworks.
What are the Manteca Ironworks?
You know what, for years and years, this was the metal shop building at Manteca High School, and about 7 years ago, we converted over to the weight room, which worked out nice for us. We have a big high ceiling, lots of room, lots of space to move in. We're able to do a little bit of everything. Starting from the left, we have our cardio area, core area here to work on that kind of stuff. On the far wall where the mirrors are, we have tons of dumbbells. Then the white section you see is we have some different machines to isolate different body muscles that you're trying to work on. In the center of the room here, we have obviously some bench press machines, incline, decline, all those type of things. Then for some more functional type things, we have a couple of machines. These jammer machines are made to help work on explosiveness for sports. We have our cleaning platforms, squat racks, all that kind of stuff. We have our own bathroom, water. So really an opportunity to be able to train a lot of people, a lot of athletes at one time, and not be cramped for space, which makes it a huge
There's a lot of
advantage.
health clubs that don't have it this good, Coach.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate.
Wow.
One of the things I'm most proud of at Manteca High School is we have a thing called our Absolute Loyalty Club. And what we do is every Wednesday night, we get the freshman, JV, varsity teams together in the stadium. And first of all, we honor the kids who are loyal to the program. So we'll pick one kid from each level to get a black t-shirt that has the buffalo on there, and that's the loyalty shirt. And it doesn't go to who's the most talented kid. It goes to the guy that the coaches consider to be the guy who shows the most loyalty, who's on time, works hard, perseveres, does those kind of things. So we do it at each level, and they get recognized in front of the whole entire program. And then after that comes along, we actually have a guest speaker who's typically a former Buffalo come and just talk about what their experiences at Manteca High School, what it meant to be this, what it meant when the town, had 10,000 people and when the town was revolving around this program. So definitely it's a chance to connect to our past and definitely let people feel connected to it. So I've been real happy with how that program. No, it's just been, appreciate your time. Definitely feel like Manteca High is a good place to be a student athlete. We got top-notch academics here at Manteca High School, and also try to do our absolute best to make sure that your son or daughter has a great experience in athletics at Manteca High School. Thank you for your time.